Hey lovelies, you're welcome back to Reviews and Recaps. Let's talk about Dr. Chanita gathering all the girlies up, well, Tisha, in this episode. So Dr. Chanita, if you guys don't know Dr. Chanita is Melody's friend. They've been friends for a while now. And Dr. Chanita was in this episode on the girls trip, and she was out here gathering Tisha all the way up. Conversation about Tisha inviting Destiny came up, and Dr. Chanita was not impressed. Before we get into it, if you're not a subscriber, make sure you hit that subscribe button and tap that bell button right next to it so you know every single time that I post. And everyone, please like, share. Don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section below. We're trying to get back in the algorithm, so please don't forget to do any of these things if you really would like to support me. So let's get into it. So Tisha tries to justify her nonsense and basically says that Mel said she's bringing her single friends. Why did Mel feel like she had to say her single friends? I'm like, first of all, if you wanted to know that, you could have asked Mel directly. It didn't need to come up on the trip. But since it's up on the trip, Chanita was not really feeling that. Lauren was just there quiet. Lauren was like, I'm just here to enjoy the meal and keep it moving. And that's that. Tisha talks about the fact that she doesn't have to like somebody. She can sit next to them. She can kiki with them, but she doesn't like them. And Dr. Chanita was like, watch her. I'm like, oops. Dr. Chanita is very vocal. She is not here for the shenanigans. Let's just say that. They start discussing Tisha inviting Destiny. And Dr. Chanita was like, why would you bring someone that she doesn't like to her trip? Like, it doesn't make any sense. And Dr. Chanita was essentially saying, like, your actions have shown that you will do and choose whatever you want, regardless of how your actions affect another person. Like, if you're choosing to be friends with someone who has hurt me or is hurting me, then you are not my friend, and you have basically made it clear. And that is the thing. I'm glad someone said it out loud, because I feel like the entitlement of Tisha to expect a great room when you've never been a friend to her, you're not a friend to her, all throughout this season, you've been shading her every chance that you have gotten. So you can't expect her to be a friend. You're not a friend, and that is okay. So, but I am loving the way like Dr. Chanita called it out. And I feel like Love and Marriage Huntsville has been a little bit dry with nobody really calling things out. So granted, I feel like you may not like her approach, but she's saying what we all are thinking. We all know they ain't no friends. We all know they're here for Melody Cherie. You can't even spell her name properly in your phone, Tisha. So it's like, let's not be out here acting like you of all the people that you could bring, you brought her. Let's not forget, last time Tisha had a +1 to Melody's event, she brought Carson Blue. Remember Carson, the makeup artist that was friends with Arian Curry and had a lot to say? Now, granted, Carson was like, she played it right, she did the right thing and brought out the right thing, but Tisha has a pattern of choosing certain +1s, okay? So let's not act surprised that Tisha was being shady by bringing Destiny. But what she didn't realize that it backfired, because guess who else is turning up? Sunny. You can't want peace and then bring someone who you know will bring negativity to the trip and then say you want peace. Of course not. You want violence. And it's funny because when Tisha was addressing the issue of not liking her room with Mel, she was saying in the confessionals that she feels like that Mel basically chose the rooms based on how she feels about people and all that kind of stuff. And my thing is, even if that is the case, right? Not saying that it is, but even if you are saying that that's the case, the way you have behaved and the fact that you're willing to bring her up to our event as a +1 shows that you do not give two Fs about that woman. That is not someone you care about. That is not someone you are interested in her well-being. We all know this, but the audacity for you to still feel entitled to an amazing room is wild to me, despite knowing that you've done something wrong. I feel like Dr. Chanita handled herself very, very well. I love the fact that she was vocal. I feel like they needed that balance on the show. I feel like if Dr. Chanita wasn't as vocal, I'm not really sure how things will pan out or would have panned out in this episode. I know a lot happened, but I felt like it brought enough balance to the show. Like, she is... Let's be honest, everyone was having a good time. She had good energy. Even when Nell was upset about her room, she was like, do you know what? I can give up my room. That is someone who's a girl's girl who just wants everyone to have a good time. I may not agree with everything that she does and how she does things, but I will give credit. On this occasion, she stood and understood business. She stood on business, okay? She really did the dang thing. I was glad that she had her friends to sort of balance the dynamic, because I feel like a lot of the dynamic is not necessarily in her favor most times, because Tisha has someone in the form of Kimmy and they have an alliance. Even if they don't really like each other that well, they have an alliance. They are going to ride it out together in front of everybody. So because of that, they always have their backup. With Mel can't exactly be like, okay, I'm riding it with Nell, because Nell can be a bit unpredictable and emotional. As you guys can see how she got so upset about the room. Now, she did try to redeem herself by coming outside, but I felt like she even escalated it. I don't think she knows how to de-escalate situations. She's very emotional, doesn't know how to control her emotions, and I don't think that helps progress any conversations. So I'm glad that when Dr. Chanita was out here checking Tisha was gagging. There was pretty much nothing for Tisha to say. Now, I will say, this episode, we didn't really hear much or see anything from Stormy, but the facial expressions this episode was given for me. I was loving the facial expressions. That definitely kept me entertained. Now, it looks like a lot is also happening in the preview of the episode, so I will talk about it in another video. I also want to talk about Trisha and Sunny. That is a very shocking beef that I didn't even see coming, and the hypocrisy of it all. So I want to talk about that, but we'll talk about it in a separate video. But what I want you guys to do is hit that subscribe button so that you will know when I post it, and also tap that bell button and tap all notifications so that when I do post any videos, you get a notification. And then don't forget to like, share, and let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you feel that Dr. Chanita was doing what she needed to do as a friend to Melody Cherie? Do you feel like she was doing too much? Or do you feel like she gave the right amount of spice? Let me know in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the chat. Speak to you later. Thank you. Bye.